I guess we're talking with Igor about Wi-Fi 6 and some of the stuff that it can do. Do your customers ask you for Wi-Fi 6, or are they asking for solutions or technology? What kind of questions do you see?
It's the solution. It's the tenant satisfaction. What's going to make my end user have the best experience?
Okay.
They look to us as that trusted advisor. So no, we're not going to take the firmware version .1 of the new Wi-Fi 6 access points and deploy them in a $500,000 network and expect great things. We're going to have that all play out, understand the infrastructure and the environment and how it works together before deploying something like that. So we have the technology now, it works. So we'll see what Wi-Fi 6 brings us.
That's a good viewpoint. Let's see what this new technology brings us, and keep that kind of a little bit of just a little bit of not concern, but caution. Keep a little bit of that caution always in the case. So Igor, over to you in the European market where you focus. Are your customers there asking for Wi-Fi 6?
Well, they're not specifically asking for Wi-Fi 6. I mean, as a managed service provider, I think that's comparable around the world. Our customers expect us to manage their service. So they are more focused on the service and not that much on the technology. They simply expect that we have either the newest technology or the best technology for the service suitable. And I agree totally to Will. We as a service provider have the responsibility to have a stable service to our customers. So early adopters, yes, there are some people do ask specifically, okay, I always want the newest stuff, yeah? But most of our customers rely on that network. And that is, I think, coming back to the question, what triggers Wi-Fi, or why is Wi-Fi so important? I think a look in the past does give a different perspective. In earlier times, Wi-Fi was an add-on to a network, and most security engineers always denied using Wi-Fi because it was so insecure. Will mentioned that the cybersecurity issues are I think solved to a level where nobody ever has to worry about insecure Wi-Fi networks nowadays. I think even today that the Wi-Fi network is more secure than the cable. Yeah? At least from the security level, and that has changed, and that is what people expect. They want a secure service, and in most enterprises, the wireless has completely pushed back the fixed networks. Yeah? Most users don't even connect their laptop to a docking station anymore. Right. Sometimes to load it, but most of them just use it that way over the wireless network. So that is important for them, not the newest standard, but a stable working environment. Yeah? And that is, So they're really what we see at our customers. Yeah.
Yeah. So they're really looking to you then to, just like Will's talking about in the U.S. market, they're really coming to NETSys to really deliver that solution that has the right customer experience.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's quite interesting.
The demand is rising. We are getting asked more and more with new customers, or I mean, as a service provider, I think it's comparable. You have a defined service contract, let's say 36 months, and that is over and it gets renewed, and then customers of course ask, okay, what about a hardware refresh? We have read or heard about Wi-Fi 6. Do you use that here? And all that. That is the way we get Wi-Fi 6 at a customer. Yeah? But I haven't seen a single customer yet who is specifically asking for Wi-Fi 6 and nothing else. Yeah.
10 years ago when 11N came out, we used to have that. People used to ask for that. They say, I want 11N, and then I want 11AC. But I think it's really showing the maturation, the maturing of this market, where it's really evolved. As you said, it's no longer an adjunct. Right? It's not just an extension off of a wired port. Wireless is now a primary network access for most of these customers. Back as you're talking, Igor, I was just thinking a little bit. Back in the 70s, there used to be this expression that no one ever got fired. It's an American expression, so you don't have to laugh. Don't force it. But there's an old expression, American expression, that nobody ever got fired for buying IBM. which was an expression that basically said that you buy the technology, you may not be getting the right solution, but you buy the technology and the brand. In the 1990s, Igor, kind of your time, you and I are probably about the same age. So in our time, in the Will's younger, so he doesn't understand this. But in the 1990s, you could have said no one ever got fired for buying Cisco, and that was probably a fair statement at that time. But boy, it sure has changed, hasn't it? It's really changed. The emphasis has changed from technology and brand now to deliver that service and that customer experience.